when you're a scientific editor or a scientific writer, you also have various fields where your knowledge on biology is appreciated. For example, say the field of medical writing. So if you can take a course on medical writing or say pharmacovigilance, then your writing as well as editing skills in those fields will come in handy. So this will help you improve and enter that industry.
Welcome to the PhD talk show by Biopatrika. I'm Neha Sinha, host for today's session with Dr. Parichita Shah, editor in Cactus Communication. Hey Parichita, how are you doing?
Hi, Neha. I'm doing good, thank you.
So Dr. Prachita, did you did your PhD from IIT Bombay and now working as an editor. So could you walk me through your educational journey before your role as an editor at Cactus?
Yeah, sure. So I did my bachelor's in chemistry and then pursued my master's as well in chemistry. So my bachelor's was in St. Xavier's College, Kolkata, and I pursued my master's in chemistry from University of Hyderabad. And then I did my PhD in synthetic ion transporters, where I was synthesizing molecules and checking if they could transport ions across lipid bilayers. And I received my degree in 2020 from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. So after that, I joined this editing and manuscript editing and rewriting industry. So I joined Cactus Communication as an editor on contract, and I've been working for 3 years now in this field. And apart from that, I am also freelancing for various other companies as well.
Oh, that's great. Great to know. So, can you please share some light on the skills acquired during your PhD that help you to secure this job?
Yes. So I would say that whatever we learn during our PhD helps a lot in this industry, because we write papers, we have to go through various documents. For example, you need to submit various kinds of reports during your tenure as a PhD student. Then you go to conferences, interact with people. So you hone your communication skills as well. So all these are required in this industry, because basically the work is to help authors whose first language is not English. So you help them prepare their manuscripts published in peer-reviewed journals. So the writing skills, the editing skills, and the scientific aptitude that you gain during your PhD, everything comes into play.
Yeah.
So I would say that the training that you get during your PhD, it helps a lot.
Yeah. So, what was the application and interview process at Cactus to get this job?
Yes. So the application process usually involves 2 or 3 steps. So first step is where you have to take an MCQ test, which will initially gauge your prowess in English language. And when you clear it, then a short passage is sent to you to edit. There they will test whether you can edit the manuscript, scientific manuscript that is given to you, and if the proper technical language is being used, and if the proper scientific protocols for writing a manuscript is being followed. So that is the second step. And sometimes there is a third stage where there'll be an HR round, or a video call with the managing editor. So 2 or 3 steps, and when you clear these, they hire.
Okay, so it seems like it's pretty transparent.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. Interesting to know. So, can you please provide me more details about your typical day or week, what it looks like?
Yes. So since I am in a full-time position, so I'm working as an editor on contract. It's a contractual position, but it's full-time. So I have to put in on an average 9 to 10 hours daily. So what I do is I have to go through, say, 2 or 3 manuscripts per day to meet the word count limit that is being set by the company. So it is quite hectic. You need to sit for long hours, and you also have to communicate with your team members. So there will be different meetings that you have to attend, or you'll have to be on call with your peers or your managing editor. So they will guide you through the process when you are a new joinee. After that, once you are settled in the role, so you can manage your own timings, you can have your own timings. You get to decide what timings you're working. So yes, 9 to 10 hours daily editing, approximately 3,000 to 6,000 words per day. So yes, that is and over 5 days a week.
Oh wow, lot of work. But interesting, very
Yes.
good. Yeah. So now we know what you do, and so how you do is the main question. So what all skills are the most important for your job? Like what are the one should acquire?
Oh,
What all skill one should acquire to get a job like what you are doing at Cactus?
so I would say the skill sets that are required are, we already gained the soft skills that are required. We are already writing the papers. We are communicating our research work. So the main thing that I would say is required is that you will have to be able to handle a lot of work within a small period of time. So you have to edit. If I say like 6,000 words per day, that will be around one communication or one and a half communication papers per day. So you cannot procrastinate. And after that, you have to have good communication skills, because basically you'll be helping other scientists get their work published. So these are the main skills that is required. And obviously time management skills, because you will have to work with people at different time zones. So yes, these are the three things that are required.
Okay, very important point. Yeah. So, what advice would you like to give to someone who is considering to enter in this field?
Okay, so I would say that you'll have to understand, at the onset, you'll need to understand if you are actually interested in editing, because I have seen sometimes people feel that they are interested in the field, but later they cannot continue, because as I said, it requires you to sit for long hours, and people from wet lab, when they join the field, they find it very difficult, because in labs you are interacting with other people. You also, during a PhD, you go to different conferences. But now this industry has almost shifted to remote work culture, so it becomes difficult for people who want to interact with other people face to face. So yes, you'll have to understand that if you're really into this field. And yes, and then you, during your PhD, I'll suggest you go through different kinds of papers, not only from your field of expertise, because when you are in the editing industry, you will get manuscripts from different fields as well, allied fields. Like, for example, I am a chemist, or I was a chemist, so I have to edit manuscripts from, say, food technology or chemical technology, and macromolecules and polymers, and not only from basic organic chemistry. So you have to read papers. If you read papers from different fields, it becomes easier for you, because then you gain that expertise of understanding different scientific concepts that is necessary. So yes, and while writing your own papers, if you try to finish it quickly and not take months, so it will help you in your journey as an editor in this industry.
Okay, very important advice that you gave, and I'm pretty sure that it's gonna help our audience a lot. So, like you were
I
saying,
hope so.
yeah, like you were saying, we need to, read papers from different field. So, what do you think? What is the best way to earn an internship at your company? Because that will be a great for a student to get used to with the different papers.
Yes. So I would say that this industry is quite transparent. So if you go to the careers page of any company, that any editing company, there will be vacancies, and you apply there. Then there will be links for tests, and if you clear it, they'll hire you. So you do not actually have to have connections to forward your CVs. It is quite transparent. But yes, if you have connections, it is always good. But if you don't, there is nothing to worry.
Okay. Pretty transparent, straightforward.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what is the role of mentorship in your career journey?
Yes, I have had good mentors. So during my PhD guide helped me hone my communication skills. So that had actually helped me get a position in my present company. So my like my guide always gave me tips to improve my writing, and how she always guided me on how to present people. So I will say that the mentorship that during my PhD that I had received, that had helped me a lot. And after entering this industry, I had a very good, very helpful managing editor, because once you enter the industry, there's a lot of workload. Like any other industry, there is a lot of workload. So initially it becomes difficult to cope, but I had good mentors, good point of contact, so they helped me a lot, they guided me through the process. So yes, it's not that you cannot do the work well in the absence of a mentor, but if you get a good mentor, it always helps, so your workload lessens.
Yeah, yeah, very true. So, looking back at your journey, would you like to choose the same path or would you like to change something?
So I'm quite happy with the trajectory my career has taken. So I wouldn't say that I'd like to change something. But yes, if I had known beforehand that I'm going to enter this industry, I think I would have taken up some courses that would have helped enhance my writing, editing skills. Or there are various roles out there, especially for biology students, which at present I cannot enter. But if I had known, then I could have taken, different courses at that time, so that it would have helped me enter those areas as well. So instead of taking those courses now, or instead of going through that process, if I had, like, that is the only thing I would have changed, if I had known that I'm going to enter this industry.
Okay. So, could you just briefly mention what all those courses are?
Yes, so for example, when you are when you are a scientific editor or a scientific writer, you also have various fields where your knowledge on biology is appreciated. For example, say the field of medical writing. So if you can take a course on medical writing, or say pharmacovigilance, then your writing as well as editing skills in those fields will come in handy. So this will help you improve and enter that industry.
Okay, great. So, the next question is, what is that one hobby that you still manage to do so?
Yes, so I love to dance, and I make it a point to take time out to pursue this hobby. And the profession that I am in, most of the companies are quite flexible with the timings, because you can choose your own timings. So you can always take time out to pursue your hobby. And I make it a point to, take time out so that I can dance. That is what I like.
Wow, nice. Keep dancing. Great.
I'll try to. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. I think people will gain a lot from this interview. And thank you for sharing
Thank
your views.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.